Hello, greetings, my friends. Namaste. Welcome to my channel. This is Gillesmansillon. I'm an author and an artist and a spiritualist. I come here to discuss a few ideas, and the first one is that we need to cut out all energetic link that we have to all people, all beings, except for the source. For that, we cannot cut. If we would cut that, we would disappear, but we would vanish. We would not exist. But it is very about because we're carrying on all so many people's energy unconsciously. All the people we worry about, all the people we are concerned about, all the people we're trying to help, all the parents, the children, the lovers, the partners, all of that. We need to cut it all out. Everything that is real will remain, but we need to really send back all the energies to all people, and so we can find ourselves in our true energy. We can work with our energy to purify it without having interference from the outside. So because even romantic love, it's very we feel like we have those tight connections. So just first you can ask that the chords be some golden light, so it's like it's smooth down, but you can cut it all out, and what's remain true will remain true, but people will find more self-empowerment when they're not linked to you as well. And so imagine an angel with gigantic scissors that can cut above, below, in front, in the back, in the right, in the left, north, south, east, west, within, without, all chords, or ask the Archangel Michael to come with the Excalibur, his swords, invite him and see him cut all those chords, just return all the judgment, all the worries, everything to everybody else, and so remain in your true energies that belong to you. And so it's important to read and ask for joy, freedom, adventure. So it is important to be ourselves, and for that we cannot carry those baggages of other people's energy. I'm going to discuss about the angelic to get angelic guidance as well. I'm going to pull a few cards first from the angels to see what they want to communicate with us today. But we do have some similar cards as we had in the French reading, except for that one. For in the past is friendship, the bonds of friendship. For we're not energetically linked. We choose it's a friend. We choose our friends. Is like they're naturally here. We want to be here for our friend. Our friends are here for us. It's those people that we feel good together. We have this deep affinity. So be true to your friends, and your friends will be there. But we can rely on friendship. Friendship is very powerful, but it's not. Once again, it's not an energetic. There is no for everything is relationship, and relationships are eternal, but we want to be free, but we're setting up for new friends to come in, old friends to return, and letting go of certain people that are no longer part of, just we can still love them from afar, but some people are no longer a match of who we are. And so, and we do not want too many friends also, as our real friend will feel neglected. So the situation now is purification, where we need to do this purification to get more trust in ourselves, to get the self-empowerment. And what's coming up is family and friends are surrounding they're surrounding this purification process. So family and friends are about the same. It's the same idea in some sense. It's a deep heart connection. What we're doing now is working on now is reparation. There's so many things we need to repair, so many things like a garden. If we do not take care of our garden, we leave a garden, we come back, it's like all kinds of unwanted plants. So we need to take care of our gardens and to continue this purification process, this perfection process. For perfection, Dali said, we cannot achieve, do not worry about perfection, you will never achieve, but we can move by step in perfecting one step, and but we can never achieve a total perfection. Only God isn't eternally perfect. So we want to, and it's always about moving forward, and moving forward in the perfection process, just taking the time to enjoy every step, and the outcome is the destiny. Is destiny. We came here to fulfill a destiny, and destiny will be fulfilled one way or the other. But we are not in any rush to achieve ascension either. It's like take the time to enjoy your life in the process, rather than because you want to accelerate your ascension. You would just go move into a cave or a monastery. You would do vows of silence. You would fast all day. You would not communicate with anyone. That would accelerate it, but that would not necessarily make your life better. So take the time to enjoy the process. For also wanted to talk about the fact that we the body intelligence is often more wise than the mind intelligence. So listen to your body. The body knows what it needs, and to move into this silence, into the flow. For the flow of life needs to go, we want to stop the energy, breathe, and then flow. But the flow needs to be not too fast with like a rapid. It's like we completely overwhelm and our boats can go around. But we do not want to be too stagnant either. So we don't want to control the flow of energy. First we want to flow, but then we learn we can control the flow by moving specific when it feels good, moving general when it does not feel good. So it's like what we're seeking is completion, wholeness, but we were created whole. It's in the beingness. Yet as Plato says in the Banquet, human beings were, or many other authors, this concept of separation between yin and yang, man and woman, where we seek. For it is more difficult for a woman to find wholeness alone than for men. But it's we all created equal, but we can all enjoy. Enjoy the benefits of complementarity within each other. What we seek in truth is balance within, and to be aware of what is the blockages that we have within in order to remove them, to connect to the cosmic Christ consciousness that's always there. Because we're still in between the worlds, we're still the third dimensional reality is like moving in quicksand. It's like in quicksand. Those are holding on to too much to third dimensional reality feel they're in quicksand. They're really having a really hard time. But the fifth dimension, the light dimensions, is like a lifeline. It's like something that pulls you out of the third dimension. So big light, you discover love. Big light, you discover light, the love of God, the love, this love that is. It is not anything else but love. It is not related to anything. It is just love. It is just, and so just be in the gratitude of that and turn towards that. It is impossible to measure yourself in relationship to anybody else. I'm not talking about sport. For sport is still interesting, but in the competitive sense, but in relationship to spiritual evolution or whatever, you want to measure yourself in relationship to yourself. Otherwise, it will bring you anger, frustration, sorrow. So we don't know what other people are really going through or where they are. Maybe even if they manifested something that we don't, it's just give us an inspiration to know that if any one person can do it, anybody can do it as well. So it's about progressing each day and seeing every day as an opportunity, and because the perfection always needs to move forward. And like Einstein says, it's like riding a bicycle. If you stop moving forward, you will fall down. So go within. The idea is to go within, to find the truth and to live it, and to really live the truth that you find within, rather than always looking for outside confirmation, although the outside world match. For it is a new moon, it's a new moon, so it's like a new opportunity to release and rest and relax during this new moon. For the Christ said, the kingdom of God is within you, and that's something you can never take away. Your inner self will always be there. It will never. That's something we all have, and it's just how do we unfold it? How do we connect to it through the purification process and going deeper and deeper within to address this inner self. The highest wisdom is the thinker, is how to elevate our thoughts. So always purify, elevate your thoughts. To understand is the faithful heart, to remain true to yourself and true to those you love. What we need to do is the treasure island for to continue to dig in the treasure. It's like we have this gold mine within our heart, and to continue to dig the gold and the diamonds and all those great treasures we have within. They will be matched externally as well, and the outcome is the exchange of gift. For life will become flow, and life will become an exchange of energy. Everything will be balanced, and when we will stand in wisdom, it's going to be very nice to flow into the new energies. I wanted to discuss the idea briefly of communicating to angels and spirit guides. I do not recommend you use a Ouija board. For when I was young, at the beginning of my spiritual, I used it, but I'm very, very protected. But most of the time, Ouija boards will only connect to demons and dark entities, or you have to do very, very specific invocation to protect yourself. So do not use Ouija boards with like this board with numbers and letters and numbers. So it's like this is not a means by which to communicate to spirit unless you really, really know how to do the invocation that will completely anchor the divine around the frequency of those who are using it. But a pendulum can be a very good tool as a beginner. Just bring the frequency of your pendulum to your 6th and 7th chakra, to your 6th chakra, to your third eye, because it's like from 6 dimensions. Only higher spirits will be able to communicate. Yes, no, maybe, perhaps, or whatever. You can use this pendulum, because. Otherwise, it can come from lower entities that will try to deceive you. You can go with your feeling state if you receive an information from within or from without or from any tool or whatever, and it doesn't feel right. It does not come from above. All that comes from above feels right. That's one thing you can rely on. You can use automatic writing. For instance, you write a question with your right hand, and you let your left hand write an answer. It will take a little while before it is readable, but it can be a way to communicate, or you can go directly through your third eye. You ask a question, your angels will respond. Do not project or program an answer when you ask a question, and do not be in a hurry to receive it, but all will be received you can ask for confirmation from the angels, from the spirits, when you have an idea, a thought, a direction, a need for action is at the right direction, and you will receive confirmation. For healing will come from spiritual expansion for the most part, much more than pharmaceutical. If you're using pharmaceutical for a treatment, do not give it up. I mean, just follow. You can follow it, but there may be ways. If you receive guidance from spirit, there may be ways to get alternative holistic medicine, or to get healing from the spiritual from the spiritual connection. For after the shift, pharmaceutical will return to their function of healing. They will not be as they are today. Also you can involve and call the galactics. For the angels are far above. They're moving closer, but they're far above in dimension. When the galactics are somewhat closer, so you can call on them when you feel sad, when you feel lonely, when you feel stuck, and they will respond in one way or the other to involve them in your process. Understand the goddess is in charge too. The goddess is the mother of the angels and the archangels. The father god has his legions of angels as well, but the goddess, the Tao, the mother, has really been the return of the divine feminine, the love. Is really the one that's synchronizing all the events that are unfolding right now. Also, when I say that love does not hurt, for we have a lot of songs we've been really molded by popular music and Hollywood when we were really young, and in Hollywood they make you believe that romantic love is the alpha and the omega. If you don't have romantic love, you're nothing. When it's not true, they should teach you about the sacred heart, about the spiritual connection, the spiritual evolution, and that leads to the unconditional love. And because it is from there that love does not hurt, when we know that when we meet someone that we fell in love with, it's their own heart, and then we can let the love flow, and we're no longer dependent on the person, because love never hurts. It's the separation of love, it's the deprivation of love, it's the lack of love that hurts when we feel in romantic love. But romantic love is very natural. It just needs to focus first on your own heart, and it will make life a lot easier once we understand that, so we can let it go, cut out all the cords, let go of people. If they're meant for you, they will return naturally. So it's like, what doesn't mean that you attend whatever needs to be attended, but not to get into obsession. So that's what I wanted to discuss today, I think. I also want to talk about numerology. Numerology, if you want to know the past of your life, you add the day of your birth, the month of your birth, and the years, and you reduce it to one number. For instance, I was born March 4th, 1964. It's a 9. And so it's a completion life for me. It's a graduation life. If it comes down to a 1, it's the creator. For we are all ones in truth. We are all creator. It's the beginning of a cycle. It's the creation potential. The 2 is the divine love, feminine energy. As the 1 is the yang, the 2 is the yin. The 3rd is the duality. So it's like a beginning cycle of duality in some sense that needs to be integrated. The 4th is the integration of the in the matter of yin and yang. The fifth is the connection to the crystalline energy of spirit. The sixth is the power, the energy of power and integration of power. The seven is money, spiritual evolution. The eight is the higher and the lower that are meeting, and the nine is completion. For those are just how you can say much more about those are the numbers as they relate down here. For numbers have higher signification, and even letters and numbers, they are in the Kabbalah. There are certain rabbis that are spending their whole life studying one number or one letter. So there is always more to discover about those symbols, for symbols are always key to higher truths. But we can reduce to know what's your life path. From your birth date, usually you can pretty much determine what is the cycle you're on and adapt to that. It's okay, whatever cycle we're on, it's the one we need to fulfill. They are also also powerful number to access the multidimensional matrix of infinity. There is the 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. It's a magic number. There is also other magic numbers for manifestation. It's the 1111 or the 2021. Those are manifesting a powerful number. When you see them, it's time you can draw on the portal the energies of manifestations. There is all kinds. We'll learn to utilize the synchronicity and the power of numbers as time goes on. I'm going to finish with a song. I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you for liking, for sharing, for commenting. I like your comments, always nice. And please subscribe if you like those messages. I thank you for your donations, very kind. And if you want a private session or reading through Skype, so you can send me an email. It's a song and a few songs that went through my head, but this one came out. It's like, no, this is the one I should sing. It's a song I've sang before. It's a song of Bob Dylan. It goes like this. Sha la 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 la. La 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 la. The man in me will do nearly any task, and as for compensation, there's a little he would ask. Take a woman like you to get through to the man in me. La 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 la. La 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 la. Storm clouds are raging all around my door. I think to myself I might not take it anymore. Take a woman like your kind to find the man in me. But oh, what a wonderful feeling, just to know that you are near. Set my heart a-reeling, from my toes up to my heel. The man in me will hide sometime to keep from being seen, but just because he doesn't wanna turn into some machine. Took a woman like you to get through to the man in me. La 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 la. La 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 la. Of Bob Dylan. For even if somebody's not near you, if you feel the presence of someone in your heart, it is like this person is part of that person is you, and through this soul connection, we'll be able to achieve a lot of to do a lot through the soul, the relationship, the direct communication from soul to soul. Well, time and space cannot separate. Yet sometimes it needs to be matched with Earth consciousness for things to unfold. And the card of the day is a new beginning. It's the card of the new beginning, the Archangel Jeremiah that appears above those high mountains and to claim this, the trumpets of heavens have claimed, have called on this new beginning, starting a new life, finding a goal with compassion and benevolence. Review your past with compassion and benevolence. So your past needs to be forgiven, needs to be understood as less important lessons, and to look for the goal, to focus on your goal, to prepare for this new life. Everything will unfold in due time, and so just be ready, be in gratitude. And I thank you very much. Adonai.